Tigray military suffered losses in a clash against Tigray Peace Force (TPF) fighters on Friday, reportedly. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for watching. Good to be with you. Two new stories. First one is about confrontation between Tigray military and Tigray Peace Force, anti-TDF armed force in a far region. What happened? Which side suffered losses? Secondly, Assas Afwerki, Eritrean president, inaugurated a festival in Asmara on Saturday. Let's start with the story about Eritrean president Isaias Afwerki. The president was seen in Asmara on Saturday. He inaugurated Eritrean National Festival, accompanied by PFDJ people, by his ministers, by members of the diplomatic community, by Chief of Staff of the Eritrean Defense Force. Isaias Afwerki, the president of Eritrea, inaugurated the festival. The festival is showcasing the status of social services, expansion of social services in Eritrea. It is showing development programs. It will have several discussions, seminars, etc. Products developed by some companies have also been displayed at this festival. Afwerki looked pretty fit, by the way, when he entered the venue to inaugurate the festival. He is pretty fit, by the way, but those who fail to bring about change in Eritrea, regime change, now they're pinning all their hopes on Isaias Afwerki's health. They are planning post-Isaias Afwerki scenario, hoping that one day Isaias Afwerki will be no more in this world and they'll have to work to establish a new government in Eritrea. But that is admission of failure, by the way. If you have no real plan to remove Eritrean president and you're discussing post-Isaias Afwerki scenario, it means you are a failure, by the way. And several opposition groups also discuss about post-Isaias Afwerki scenario. EBRF people were heard talking about post-Isaias Afwerki scenario, while they have not been able to penetrate Eritrea. Whatever they did in Europe, in Canada, in the US, and now they're trying to establish themselves in Ethiopia. They haven't been able to penetrate Eritrea, and they're talking about post-Isaias Afwerki scenario, while Isaias Afwerki looking pretty fit, inaugurated a festival in Asmara on Saturday. Now back to main news stories, where Tigray military suffered losses on Friday in a clash against TPF. In a video on that yesterday, I reported about a clash between Tigray military and TPF. Some people doubted that report. They say, Sajid, you are just supporting TPF. Problem is that those who are against TPF, they don't want any news about TPF. So if I make videos about TPF, they start calling me TPF agent, TPF supporter. Why? Because they don't want to listen to the name of TPF. They want to put an end to the presence, the existence of TPF as an entity. But we are discovering developments. I told you that TPF was not a spent force. These people were claiming, people like Zara Media, they were saying that TPF was on the verge of disintegration. The fighters were returning from afar to Tigray. I reported about two defections, Espinom Kabbede and another Tigray commander defected, but still I said that the TPF was not on the verge of disintegration. Now you are seeing a confirmation. Fighting between TPF and Tigray military. I said that Tigray military won't talk to TPF, it wants to crush TPF by force. So on Friday, Tigray military launched an attack on TPF. It's not that TPF entered Tigray from afar. Rather, Army 33 of Tigray military entered Afar region, carried out an attack on TPF fighters there. Tigray Peace and Security Bureau has issued no statement in this regard. A few days ago, Tigray Peace and Security Bureau claimed that TPF fighters entered Tigray and they attacked Tigray military in Milazat. In that attack, one member of Tigray military was killed. TPF denied, saying that Tigray military killed the Tigray soldier because the soldier called for change. Now, Tigray Peace and Security Bureau is silent, saying nothing about what happened in Afar on Friday. TPF says that Army 33 of Tigray military entered Afar region. Gunfire started, which I reported yesterday. And TPF fighters claim that Tigray military suffered losses. One member of Tigray military was killed. 3 were wounded. Maybe there were more casualties, but they say that at least 1 was killed and 3 were injured. Where are the injured soldiers? Where is the killed TDF soldier? Has he been buried? His dead body has been handed over to the family or not? No one knows. Total silence on the side of Tigray government and Tigray military. By the way, casualties won't be acknowledged, it seems, as it happens during conflicts that parties to conflict don't acknowledge their losses. They exaggerate their gains, they play down their losses. But it's very unfortunate to see Tigrayan fighters killing each other. It's very unfortunate. Why? Both are calling each other traitors. I mean, Tigray military TPLF are calling TPF traitors. They say, backed by federal government of Ethiopia, these people are working against Tigray, they're traitors. TPF fighters say that these Tigray military commanders and TPF leaders, they are working to implement the agenda of Shabiya, Eritrean. So they are working against the interests of Tigray. Both are calling each other traitors. My view, neither of them is a traitor. Both parties are not traitors because they jointly fought during Tigray war. They fought for their people. They did not flee the region. They fought. They laid down their lives. They protected the territory. They're not traitors. Problem is that leaders, parties, entities which have been in power, which are strong in Tigray, they don't want to share power. They don't want to open Tigray's political space for equal participation of all the players. Internal players, the level playing field is missing in Tigray, especially in politics. This is what is needed. Discussion, dialogue, level playing field for all political parties, fair, free, transparent election, leaving it to the people of Tigray to decide who will rule. But this right is being denied to the people of Tigray. One party in power which is denying political space to other parties, paving the way for the birth of armed groups. Whenever you block peaceful political channels of expression, you indirectly support the birth of armed groups. This is what is happening in Ethiopia. This is what is happening in Tigray region of Ethiopia. Thanks for watching.